Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that touches millions of lives around the globe: Parkinson's disease, or PD for short. It's a condition that doesn't discriminate, affecting people from all walks of life. But do you know the early signs that might just whisper its arrival before it really makes its presence felt? Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disorder that gradually takes a toll on movement. It emerges from the shadows of our brain's complex neurology, specifically targeting nerve cells in an area called the substantia nigra. These cells, they're the guardians of dopamine, a vital chemical messenger responsible for seamless, coordinated movements. But when these guardians falter, so does our control over movement, leading to the hallmark symptoms of PD. You might wonder, who gets Parkinson's disease? It's a question with many answers, as PD knows no bounds. It primarily targets those over the age of 60, yet it doesn't shy away from younger adults. Genetics, environment, lifestyle, various pieces of this puzzle come together in ways we're still striving to fully understand. But here's where our journey today takes an empowering turn. By recognizing the early signs of Parkinson's, we can arm ourselves with knowledge, potentially leading to earlier interventions and better management of the condition. And trust me, some of these signs are not what you'd expect. So, are you ready to uncover these whispers and learn how to listen a little closer to what your body is telling you? Stay with us as we delve into the early signs of Parkinson's disease, because knowledge is not just power, it's hope, it's action, and it could just change the course of your or a loved one's life. Please note, this content is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a healthcare provider regarding any medical conditions or concerns. Okay, diving into the early indicators of Parkinson's disease, beginning with the first one. Tremor. Tremors are often one of the initial signals pointing towards Parkinson's disease, an insight supported by extensive research. These involuntary shaking movements usually begin in one hand, and it's not just any tremor. It's distinctive, often described as a pill-rolling tremor, because it mimics the motion of rolling a small object between the thumb and forefinger. This specific symptom arises because Parkinson's disease affects the way certain nerve cells in the brain control and manage movement. According to a study published in the Tremor and Other Hyperkinetic Movements in 2022, these tremors are not just random occurrences. They're a direct result of dopamine-producing neurons in the brain deteriorating. Dopamine is crucial for smooth, coordinated muscle movements, and as these neurons break down, the characteristic tremors of Parkinson's emerge. Understanding this connection is vital. If tremors are noticed early, it can lead to quicker intervention, potentially slowing the disease's progression. This aspect of Parkinson's disease research underlines the importance of paying attention to early signs and seeking medical advice promptly. Next, number 2, small handwriting. When we talk about Parkinson's disease, an intriguing early sign is the change in handwriting, specifically the occurrence of micrographia. This phenomenon, where a person's handwriting becomes significantly smaller and more cramped, is not just a curious observation but a window into the neurological changes happening in the brain. According to research published in the Journal of Neural Transmission, 2022, micrographia is linked to the same neural disruptions that lead to the motor symptoms of Parkinson's. The degeneration of dopamine-producing neurons in the substantia nigra affects fine motor control, manifesting early on as subtle changes in handwriting before more noticeable symptoms like tremors or stiffness appear. This insight is crucial for early detection. Understanding that these small changes in daily activities could be early markers encourages individuals to seek medical advice sooner. It's a perfect example of how our body whispers warnings long before the full onset of conditions like Parkinson's, offering a critical window for early intervention and management. Next, number 3, loss of smell. Loss of smell, or hyposmia, is surprisingly one of the early clues that might indicate Parkinson's disease. This symptom often precedes the more well-known motor symptoms by years. The connection between Parkinson's and a diminished sense of smell is linked to the early deposition of alpha-synuclein proteins in the olfactory bulb, part of the brain responsible for processing smells. According to a study published in Parkinson's Disease in 2011, These protein deposits can occur before they appear in other parts of the brain associated with motor function. What's intriguing is that up to 95% of people with Parkinson's experience some level of olfactory dysfunction. This isn't a minor change. It's a significant early warning sign. Recognizing this symptom is crucial because it offers a potential window for early diagnosis and intervention, possibly slowing the disease's progression. So, if you or someone you know notices a sudden change in the ability to smell, it's worth consulting a healthcare professional. It's a simple sign that could lead to early detection of Parkinson's disease. Next, number 4. Sleep disturbances. Understanding the link between sleep disturbances and Parkinson's disease, PD, provides crucial insights into the early signs of this neurological disorder. One significant sleep-related symptom is REM sleep behavior disorder, or RBD, where individuals act out their dreams due to a lack of muscle paralysis during REM sleep. This condition is not only distressing but also a strong predictor of PD. Research published in the Neurology Journal in 2015 highlighted that individuals with RBD have a significantly higher risk of developing Parkinson's disease. This connection stems from the deterioration of brainstem structures that regulate sleep and are also involved in PD pathology. Essentially, the early degeneration in these areas can manifest as sleep disturbances, years before motor symptoms like tremors and stiffness appear. Acknowledging and investigating sleep problems can thus be pivotal. It's not merely about a good night's sleep. It's about catching early signs of PD, offering a window for early intervention, and potentially slowing the disease's progression. If you're experiencing unusual sleep patterns, such as acting out dreams, it could be more than just a bad night. It might be your body signaling something more significant. Next, number 5, constipation. In exploring the early indicators of Parkinson's disease, constipation stands out as more than just a common digestive issue. The connection between constipation and Parkinson's disease dives deep into the body's nervous system. According to a study published in the Parkinson's Disease Journal in 2016, individuals experiencing constipation might be witnessing one of the earliest signs of Parkinson's disease, even before the more recognized symptoms like tremors and stiffness become apparent. Here's why. Parkinson's disease is marked by the degeneration of nerve cells in the brain that produce dopamine, a chemical crucial for smooth, coordinated muscle movements. This loss doesn't just affect limbs, but also the muscles involved in digestion, leading to slowed movement through the gut. Hence, constipation in this context isn't just a random occurrence. It's a reflection of the broader issue of slowed bodily movements due to dopamine depletion. Understanding this link highlights the importance of paying attention to our body's signals. If you're experiencing persistent constipation without an obvious cause, it might be more than a dietary issue. It could be an early whisper from your body about a deeper neurological change, underscoring the value of early consultation and intervention. Next, number 6. Voice changes. Voice changes are an intriguing early sign of Parkinson's disease that might not be as well known as tremors or stiffness. In the early stages of Parkinson's, individuals may notice their voice becoming softer or more monotonous. This phenomenon is tied to the neurological changes that Parkinson's triggers, affecting the muscles and nerves responsible for voice production. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Neuroscience in 2020, these vocal changes are more than just anecdotal observations. The study found that subtle alterations in speech, such as reduced volume and pitch variation, could precede the diagnosis of Parkinson's by several years. This is because Parkinson's affects the brain's ability to control movements, including those necessary for speaking, leading to a quieter, less expressive voice. For someone who enjoys singing or engaging in lively conversations, these changes can be particularly noticeable. It's a reminder of how Parkinson's can impact aspects of life that many of us take for granted. Recognizing these early signs can prompt an evaluation by a healthcare professional, potentially leading to an earlier diagnosis and management of the disease, underscoring the importance of paying attention to even subtle changes in our health. Next, number 7. Masked face. In the realm of Parkinson's disease research, the phenomenon known as masked face or facial masking is gaining attention for its potential as an early indicator of this neurological condition. Essentially, Masked face refers to a reduction in facial expressiveness, where someone's face may appear less animated or expressive, even when they are experiencing strong emotions. This occurs because Parkinson's disease affects the muscles used for facial expressions, making them stiffer or slower to respond. A study published in the Frontiers in Neurology, 2022, shed light on this early symptom, highlighting how disruptions in the brain's ability to control facial muscles can precede more commonly recognized motor symptoms, such as tremors or stiffness. The research suggests that these changes in facial expression can be subtle at first, but become more pronounced as the disease progresses. Understanding and recognizing masked face as an early sign of Parkinson's is crucial. It's not just about identifying the disease earlier, it's about understanding the full impact Parkinson's can have on someone's life, including their social interactions and emotional well-being. Spotting these early signs can lead to quicker diagnosis and management, potentially improving the quality of life for those affected. Next, number 8. Stiffness and slowness of movement. In Parkinson's disease, one of the hallmarks you might notice early on is a change in how you move. Specifically, stiffness and slowness of movement creep in, subtly at first. Imagine waking up one day and feeling like your body isn't quite keeping up with your usual pace, or your arms don't swing as much when you walk. This happens because Parkinson's targets nerve cells in the brain that produce dopamine, a chemical crucial for smooth, coordinated movements. A study published in the Cold Spring Harbor Perspectives in Medicine, 2022, sheds light on how these symptoms evolve. The researchers found that the reduction in dopamine levels leads to bradykinesia, slowness of movement, and rigidity, stiffness, often manifesting on one side of the body initially. These symptoms are not just annoying. They're early warning signs, suggesting that the brain's dopamine-producing cells are under attack. Understanding these subtle changes can be a game changer. If you or someone you know starts noticing these shifts in movement, it's not an overreaction to talk to a doctor. Early detection means managing symptoms effectively and keeping life's pace on your terms. Next, number 9. Postural instability. Postural instability, essentially difficulties with balance and maintaining a proper posture, emerges as a subtle early sign of Parkinson's disease that many might overlook. Before the more noticeable symptoms like tremors kick in, subtle changes in how one stands or walks can hint at PD. Research underscores the significance of these early indicators. For instance, a study published in the Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, 2023, highlighted that postural instability in PD patients often precedes motor symptoms by years. This instability is due to the progressive loss of dopamine-producing cells in the brain, affecting the body's ability to regulate movement and balance. Spotting these signs early on, like feeling unsteady when standing or a slight hesitation when starting to walk, can be crucial. Early detection opens the door to managing the disease more effectively, potentially slowing its progression and improving life quality. It's a reminder of the body's way of signaling that something's not right, underscoring the importance of paying attention to these early cues. Next, number 10. Mood disorders. Mood disorders, such as depression and anxiety, might not just affect your mental health. They could also be early indicators of Parkinson's disease. This connection has garnered significant attention in the medical community. According to a study published in Curious in 2022, individuals experiencing depression may have a higher risk of developing Parkinson's disease later in life. The link lies in the brain's chemistry. Parkinson's disease involves the decrease of dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible not only for coordinating movement, but also for influencing mood. When dopamine levels drop, it doesn't just lead to the well-known motor symptoms of Parkinson's, but can also precipitate mood disorders. Another piece of research in the Journal of Parkinson's Disease, 2018, highlighted that up to 35% of patients with Parkinson's disease might experience depression or anxiety, even before any motor symptoms become evident. This suggests that mood disorders could serve as a warning sign, prompting earlier diagnosis and treatment. Recognizing these mood disturbances early on can significantly impact the management of Parkinson's, highlighting the importance of integrating mental health assessments in routine neurological evaluations. And that's it for today's video. We've navigated through the early signs of Parkinson's disease together, shedding light on those subtle clues our bodies might be sending us. Remember, awareness is the first step towards action. If you or someone you know is experiencing these signs, reaching out to a healthcare professional can make all the difference. Thank you for spending this time with us, for being curious, and for taking steps towards better health and understanding. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, take care and stay informed.